Online money making. How to create an app in the year 2023. What do you do to get yourself prepared for the year 2023? Technology is changing rapidly, creating a market trend where technological devices will become more accessible to middle-class users and also develop in ways that we can't fathom now. In this video, I present a vision of the near future in the year 2023 where the only requirement to develop an app or program and become successful is time. Easily, the above question is ridiculous, but it serves as an example to discuss the important aspects of creating a mobile app. Welcome to the channel of all things making money online. Let's dive into the deep-end question of creating apps. Can everybody do it? Find out by diving deep. When it comes to the topic of apps, a lot of people don't really think much about how they are made. I mean, most people know you need an idea, a plan, and your software. But beyond that, creating an app seems like it's still shrouded in mystery. But once you figure out how apps work, you realize their potential for actually helping you create a passive income stream in which you can make tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars each month. An application app can come in so many various ways. As in the App Store, there are already over 500,000 apps, and it's constantly changing. On Google Play, there are over 1 million apps, and millions of camera apps available for Android and Apple phones to choose from. Composing an effective app of your own. The year is 2023, and people are using their mobile devices at unprecedented levels. Your number has to be in the tens, hundreds of millions, if you want to make a splash. What will you do to get there? We all wanted to create an app one day, but the process of getting there is not exactly fun. The idea to execution process is tough, and going through all the steps are equal parts boring and confusing. By breaking down the components and helping you understand what goes into each step, I can help you move more quickly through this process. A large number of business owners are following the app dream due to the possibility of becoming extremely wealthy with one well-known app. There is no doubt that there is a lot of money in apps, billions of dollars, actually, and that money is growing rapidly. Statos adds that by 2020, global mobile app revenues would increase to $188.9 billion from $69.7 billion in 2015. I have a killer app concept, but where do I begin? You might have thought of a great concept for an app with such a promising app economy. But just like many people before you, you have no idea how to make your concept a reality and make money off of it. We've created a tutorial to lead you through the process of creating a profitable app from beginning in order to assist you. How are apps profitable? We must first comprehend how apps generate revenue. Your app can be made money in 3 ways. Downloading apps, App Store purchases, within-app marketing. Of course, you should make your program free if you want the maximum downloads. Making both paid and free versions, then experimenting to determine which generates the most revenue is the safest course of action. Depending on the kind of software you intend to release and your target market, you should decide which of these monetization strategies to use. In the end, a successful monetization approach should appear and feel natural to the user experience of the app. And you want to expand a sizable, engaged user base to increase your chances of making money. In-app store purchases. In-app purchases are optional, extra cost features that can be accessed within an app. This is frequently observed in gaming applications where users are urged to purchase new things or unlock higher levels because they are consumable, like purchasing additional lives in a game. This frequently stimulates recurrent purchases. The concept of in-app purchases may also be used for subscriptions and other non-consumables. These subscriptions enable an app to offer features or content for a predetermined period of time. This choice is advantageous for apps that must continually maintain services or create new content. A growing number of people are using freemium apps, which are free to download but generate income through in-app advertising and purchases. This is because they do not have an upfront cost that would put users off from downloading the app. In-app marketing. User clicks and impressions from in-app advertising bring in money. Mobile app in-app advertising comes in a wide range of sizes, positions, and placements. Cost per click, cost per mile, cost per 1,000 impressions, cost per install, cost per action, and cost per view are some examples of payment structures, videos only. The largest advertising networks you might integrate into your app are Millennial Media, Chartboost, and Google AdMob, but there are many, many more. Provide as many models and formats as you can within the in-app advertising strategy, as well as metrics to monitor the effectiveness of the adverts. Probably asking yourself this question now: how do you build a successful app? Well, you can accomplish that in 10 easy steps. It's time to learn how to actually make your app. Now that we have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of app monetization, having a rudimentary understanding of the activities and effort required to create an app will save you a ton of time and money, whether you decide to hire a developer or learn how to do it yourself. Number 1. Develop your concept. Identifying the app's ultimate goal and the tasks you want to achieve with it is the first stage in developing an app. Here are some issues to consider. What are your app's goals? What issue will it attempt to resolve? How will it fulfill a particular need? Who is the intended user group for your app? How are you going to attract users to it? How do you plan to monetize your app? What foundation will you build on? To help you picture your thoughts, you might wish to write your ideas down on paper. You can better convince others of your vision. And if you plan to hire individuals to help you create your app by putting your concept into words and images. Number 2. Market research. Although the app economy may seem appealing, keep in mind that many apps don't generate any money at all, and that only a few categories of apps make the majority of the revenue. As with any business, you must conduct research and understand the industry in order to improve your chances of success. Visit the app shops to get a sense of the market. Do the apps that frequently appear on the top paid, top free, and top grossing lists exhibit any trends? Are the apps you want to develop included in these lists? In the end, you wanted to know if there is a need for your software on the market. Despite the chances being against them, many people persist with their original notion. This could be one of your most expensive mistakes. Research the opposition next. Even if you believe your idea is original, there's a good probability that it has already been thought of by someone else. Check out the apps that are similar to your idea for an app to see if you can improve on them. Check through the reviews to see what folks liked and didn't like. Have any monetization opportunities been lost? How can you make the most of this knowledge? To rework your idea, go back to the first step above and do your study. Do this repeatedly until you come up with a workable plan that you can adhere to. Number 3. Make a wireframe. By developing a wireframe or storyboard for your app, you can improve the functionality and clarity of your concept. You can achieve it by just sketching it out on paper or digitally using one of the many wireframing programs that are readily available. Picoto, Axure, Microsoft Visio, Evernote Penultimate, Glyphy. The goal is to describe how the app will seem, where everything will be located, and what will happen when a particular button is clicked. User experience is crucial to the process because it facilitates your app's usability. Since the wireframe will be the starting point for your app development process, take your time with this step. Number 4. Create a look. After the wireframing is finished, it's time to apply graphic design to build your app's user interface. The application's layout will come to life during this phase thanks to the creation of its color scheme, graphics, and linkages. Expect high-resolution skins and screens based on your wireframe if you hired a graphic designer for your app. Number 5. Reverse coding. The size of this phase of the application development is the largest. Your servers, databases, and APIs must be set up at this point in the project. And all components of the app must be made functioning depending on your application design. If you are collaborating with a developer, you should carefully coordinate with them to thoroughly scope out the project and define early deadlines and milestones. Working with a software developer who divides the app's development into sprints that include integrated testing at each stage of the process may be a good option. Additionally, you should agree on a check-in timetable that works for both of you so that you can regularly assess the work to prevent surprises in the future. You should also take advantage of this opportunity to sign up for a developer account with Google Play and/or the Apple Program Store so that you can market your app on their respective stores. Don't wait because it can take a few days for things to go through. Number 6. Examine your app. It's crucial to test your app one more at this point because it should be ready for use. At this stage, your app's screens should all function well, and it also has to look good. Spend some time exploring each feature. Never assume that anything is functional just because it was functional during development. Additionally, don't test alone. Invite your friends, family, and coworkers to offer their opinions. They can have queries that you never thought of when you created the program, which might surprise you. Use this knowledge to your advantage as you proceed. Number 7. Adjust and modify. You might need to make a few more adjustments after thoroughly testing your prototype. Ask your designer and development team to make any adjustments you feel would help your app perform better overall. Number 8. Beta testing. Your software may have taken a lot of time to create and enhance its features, and perhaps even your entire staff provided input. But how well will your software perform in a real-world setting? Beta testing gives you access to another perspective on your app, maybe the most crucial one, your target market. Concentrate on using Twitter, Reddit, and a variety of other websites that are dedicated to this particular goal to find the ideal beta testers, that is, your early adopters. Distribute your app next using tools like Google Play Beta Testing and Apple's Test Flight. Engage your beta testers and strive for the highest quality of input. Number 9. Launch your app. Now that the last adjustments have been made, it's time to release your software. You may easily add your app to Android and begin selling it through Google Play. Before going live, Apple will review your app. Expect the Apple team to take anywhere between 3 and 10 days to review your submission. Number 10. Publicize your app. It doesn't necessarily follow that you will start making money immediately away because your software is now available in the market. Marketing must be done. To make sure your app is profitable over the long term, learn about mobile app marketing and test out various tactics. Don't overlook your app's fundamental components as marketing possibilities to encourage consumers to download it by reading the title, description, icon, and screenshots. Try several keywords, and if necessary, change categories. Your marketing strategy will require regular adjustment to shifting consumer demand and competition, just like your app does. These are the beginning steps to realizing your long-awaited dream of creating a fancy app that can revolutionize the year of 2023. Have an amazing year ahead. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe, like, and engage in the comments below to share with us what you think.